In this universe.
In this galaxy. In this world. Beneath the influencer clouds.
Over the viral video fields.
Off the information superhighway.
There are voices in the digital wilderness, whispering
more opinions.
If you listen,
you will hear. Jeez, my volume was way too loud there. Way too loud. Holy shnikes. Like, I was just like, yeah, and then like everything's like shaking. I'm like, oh, okay, really? Old man? You're not at work. Get on YouTube. You're ridiculous.
He's trying to be one of the cool kids by using them sweary languages.
Apparently. So, the reason that my volume was up so loud, I love this guy's channel. I'm going to plug it right now because Alex plugs stuff. So this guy's name, it is Derek Brooks. So, oh, he's at work. Okay, never mind. Continue. Thought you were at home. My bad, homie. So, he does compilation videos.
Ooh.
And like takes reactions from people like to music. So the last 3 have been awesome. So Pearl Jam Black, Tennessee Whiskey, and Lattice by Tool. Awesome. And to watch, like, I love the reaction videos, and he's done them very well. So there's a Master of Puppets one. I've watched almost all of them. They're really awesome. I think I've said this, and I say this on the show, is that I love watching people discover music. I love sharing music. I like people like, so to have a channel that a guy does this work is awesome. Like he does a reaction to people like doing Tool, the Plot by Tool. Awesome. So yeah, Derek Brooks, guys, go give him a like, follow him. He does a very good job. I love. And, okay, maybe call me a racist, but I love watching the black women react to these white singers because they're just like, oh, like especially Tennessee Whiskey with Stapleton. Whoo! Those mamas were like, whoo, child. Like a couple of them were like, whoo. And like, yeah, because Chris Stapleton is awesome and can sing great. So, yeah, who's messaging me? So I just want to put that out there. And Alex always says the channels, but that's why my headphones were so loud. So, hello, Bolo. Hello, Sarah. I had a great weekend. I wish the circumstances would have been better. I miss you already. I'm glad you made it home all right. And we will see you in July. So, yes. And
hello, Ryan, as well.
And Ryan, of course, and Chadney, and sorry not to leave you guys out, but we went to Calgary this weekend to do my sister's memorial. We lost her in December, so we did the celebration of life this weekend. So that went very well. Lots of families showed up, and it was a nice, considering the situation, it was very nice. So now going on to that. So Sunday we went to the place is actually called Balzac, Bllzac. Look it up. I'm not making this name up. They have a big mall there called Cross Iron Mills. Now, we didn't get the message that apparently it was let your ass and titties hang out day. Because, man, apparently they don't make girl shorts that go past like, their butt cracks anymore. Because holy crap. And like titties, bam, like everywhere. Like my wife is standing beside me. I'm like, I'm sorry, I have to look. They're out. They're barely covering her areolas.
Your wife didn't put the titty blinders on you?
No, I can't. You couldn't because they were little. Sarah was mentioned it. I'm like, okay, I'm glad Sarah said something because they were everywhere. Yeah, apparently, it was let your ass hang out at the mall on Sunday. Nobody was getting right with Jesus. It was let your ass hang out Sunday. Because holy shnikes.
They'll ask for forgiveness next weekend.
Yes. Well, maybe because it was ass out Sundays. Maybe next Sunday it will be say your prayers and take your vitamins.
Brother.
Yeah, brother. So, how was your weekend?
Pretty good. I thought I was going to sleep in on Sunday, but for whatever reason I didn't. But that was fine because I went to Richmond with the girlfriend. She wanted to go, so yeah, why not? Haven't been there in a while.
Nice.
Walked around. I'm getting. I'll use the word addicted to the walking app, the app that counts your steps. Although mine isn't all that accurate.
Mm-hmm.
I still use it every day. And I think we got 6,000 steps on Sunday, and when I'm at my job, I try and get 3,000 or 4,000 there.
I was explaining to Sarah that I have. We were talking. She was kind of looking for something. I guess she wants to get a new phone, so a Samsung watch, and I'm Apple, so I have an Apple Watch. And on the Apple Watches, they have 3 rings for your calories burned, your move, like that's your move, and then exercise ring and your stand ring. And it does become obsessive. It's not just you. You become obsessed with, I need to fill my rings, which is good. It's motivation to do it, right?
Yeah, it's great. It's just like when Pokemon Go first became popular, I saw people out all the time, and it's a great way to get out and get exercise.
Yep.
And Brody, I didn't read that in the Bible. I wonder if that was in the Jeffersonian version of the Bible.
That was like on the 4th, remake or the redo of the Bible, right? So
Brody runs his mouth so much he burns 12,000 without walking.
Really? See, I kind of think, well, I guess you got to be all over the plant. So yeah, it does become obsessive. It really does, but it's good though. It's a good obsessive. Anything to do with health and is good. Like as long as you don't take it too far the other way, right? Like we so I just want to show my shirt. My little awesome shirt. So it says, I feel pretty. I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Look at that. It was pink too. Yeah. So, I do have a question for all the guys. Even Sarah, maybe Sarah's had this problem. I do because I love this show. We're going all over the place. So, do you have issue? What kind of deodorant do you use? And I'm finding the older I get, I'll explain that like my skin is becoming irritated, and I don't feel like it's lasting all day, and my pits are getting like itchy and they're red, like really red. Like, and I've now went to a whole new like aluminum free kind of deodorant, hoping that maybe that'll fix the issue. But I'm just wondering if anyone else that listens to the show has that issue as well. So, and like, what kind of deodorants do you like to use?
So just so the hackers are aware, my answer is not my password.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just so everyone knows. Old Spice, and I've used Old Spice for years, and I've never had any irritations or rashes from it. Maybe these things develop over time. It could be that maybe your body's rejecting it. Maybe there's some new additive or chemical in it that they put in there in the last year or so that your body's just saying no to. Who knows?
Yeah, and this is silly to say, but maybe like I'm losing weight, so places are rubbing where it wasn't rubbing before. Maybe that's something different. That's like, like I don't know. It's weird. See, and I was using Old Spice too, but it was kind of starting then. And I had used Old Spice for like ever. Basically since me and Kim got together because we started shopping at Costco and it came in the big, like the 4-packs. I'm like, that's what I'm going to buy, right? So I'm trying this new stuff and I'm going to see if it works. But yeah, I was just wondering. See, I'm using Dove right now, Chad, and it didn't help. I switched to Dove, and now I've switched to this other one that's a little more pricey. But if it fixes my problem, I'll definitely keep using it. So, but yeah, I was just curious what everybody else used here in the chat. So, but then I was thinking maybe even switch to an antiperspirant instead to see if that made a difference. So we'll see how the new deodorant goes, and if it doesn't really make a difference, then I'll go to maybe I'll try. Well, I use dub. Maybe I'll go try speed stick instead. I don't know. I'll figure it out. So I was just curious what if everyone else had this issue. But maybe it's also because I'm fat and it's warm as F already. Like 32 degrees before June is ridiculous, so I saw that, mate. It is so expensive. Like, I think it's $25 a stick. Like, yeah, right. And my wife is always supportive of everything with that I have to do, right? Like all the stupidity and blah blah blah. But even she's like, "Hey, baby, you're gonna have itchy armpits because that's way too much for pit stick." I can't even argue with her on that one because it is way too much.
Do you confuse your wife being supportive with your wife saying, "Yeah, you do whatever you want"? Because I swear she would say that.
No. That was something that it took me a while to get used to with Kim, because when she says whatever, that is like, whatever, I don't care. And she'll be, and she will be like, "Hey, mother effer, I said I don't care. Like, why would I care what you do? Go do it." Like, it took me a long time to get used to that. Because I remember when we first got together and she'd do that, I'm like, "That's a trap." Right? Like, it's, you see Admiral Akbar going, "That's a trap." Bah! Bah! Right? But no, she legitly is like, "I don't care. Do what you're going to do."
I think she's been doing this act for years where she's shooting a very subtle promo on you and everyone else all the time. And she's just laughing herself to death over it too.
Oh, see, you know Kim. You do. I mean, you know her for years. This Kim that I'm married to, and Sarah will attest to this. I don't think Brody's really seen it. I don't think Chadney's really. I'm just telling the guys who've been around to see her a lot. If she's gonna cut a promo, there's no veil.
Okay.
It's a promo. The guys at work know it, and most people, they know that if she's gonna shoot a promo, it's a promo. The only time she's quote unquote, I just want to call it professional, is at work. Like, she has a work voice and she's very professional. And there are times where I think when she has to deal with some customers, I'm like, if this was Kim not working right now, this would be going a lot different. Yeah. So, but that's my wife.
Now, because you're a wrestling guy, have you trained her on how to do a promo? No?
Nope.
Wow.
She comes across it. Well, and we jokingly said, because there's like, well, no, so you couldn't, because you'd be the only two working there. You make people cry.
I think I've seen her angry, and this was years ago. And judging from the few seconds I've seen her once every few months, I don't think she's exactly the same person.
No,
she's less about the BS now. Like, she doesn't have the time for it. She doesn't devote. Yeah.
And that's what I love about her. She cuts to the chase. She's like, I don't have but she does it in her life in general. It's like, if she's shopping, like, I'm shocked. We spent what, Sarah? Well, we got there about noon, 3 hours shopping yesterday. Maybe closer to 4. I might be wrong. I might be over, but that is way longer than my wife usually goes shopping. She's usually like, boom, 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 let's go. Like, she's that kind of person that if she's going to run to co-op to get groceries, if I stretch out on the couch upstairs and watch a show, I'm not finishing a show. She'll be back before, and I mean like a half an hour program. She'll be back. She's very like, I need to do this. I'm going to do this. And that's it.
Yeah. She's the stereotypical guy goes shopping, get this and get out.
Yep.
Yeah.
She hates, every once in a while, we're at that lame old person in 3 hours. So that's a lot for my wife. 3 hours in a mall is a lot for Kim. So, drink. I forgot where I was going.
We were talking about your wife.
She's awesome and very patient.
Yeah. Cutting promos.
She hates shot. It's hilarious. So she needed shoes. She went into every shoe store, and she hates spending money on shoes. She doesn't need special footwear yet. She hasn't hit that. I don't know if everyone else in the chat has, but I was about 38 when I was like, I need insoles. Like, I'm old now, right? Oh, I wanted to too. So yeah, I didn't figure this out. So the Under Armour store. I mean, everything you think of Under Armour. I wanted to too, but I was my leg was really bothering me. The whole store was 50% off. Everything. I thought it said buy one get the second 50% off. So I bought a couple new pairs of shorts because I had some really old black ones that are like 7, 8 years old, and Kim had already fixed them once, so it was time to go. Everything. Like Sarah bought 2 new pairs of shoes and a shirt for Devin for $120. That's pretty cheap, like
Yes.
for Under Armour stuff. So yeah. So speaking of that, now we got a good chat. Maybe we can get a good dialogue going on this. So I wanted to bring up this little article here that says, and hopefully I don't click in, I don't get a bunch of videos. Okay. Target CEO brushes off critics saying the company is too woke, has brands like Budweiser and Disney battle backlash. So the buzzword woke, is it maybe to the point that these companies are just trying to, like, I want to know what these people consider woke. What's woke? Now if these people, the same people who use the word woke, are they the same people that are angry that there's a black Little Mermaid? And if they are mad there's a black Little Mermaid, I hope they were really mad when Johnny Depp played a Native American in Lone Ranger. I hope they were very upset at that.
That was a decent movie. I liked it.
Or when John Wayne was Genghis Khan.
Ooh.
So I hope you were just as angry, like you'd be angry about that and just think that should be canceled. I'm just throwing that out there. So, or is it just to the point where there's a new group of people that they can target to, no pun intended, to get money from? Is that's my thinking? Because in the 80s, it was all about testosterone and Terminator, Predator, manly men being men. Well, that's kind of not, I don't know how I want to say, the focus anymore, maybe. And a lot of people say, that's why we have such problems, because men can't be men. And blah. I'm like, no, you can totally be a man. I open the door for my wife, and when we get her into a car, I carry all the groceries into the house. I'm the man,
The instant you started talking about woke, Josh Parker gives us a like on Facebook. Is that indicative of anything?
No, not at all. He was actually with Katie Parker, no relation, of course. No, they weren't married. I really like Josh. He reminds me of Theo from Gob. He looks and everything. Okay, so but okay. But what are so if they're considering woke is a black Little Mermaid, what is wrong with that?
Yeah. In this day and age, what is wrong with challenging stereotypes and trying something new? I'm all for discarding tradition, even though I like celebrating Christmas every year because I get stuff for free.
Well, this brings the old James Bond thing up. I'm all about. I remember I saw a rumor that it might have been Michael B. Jordan. Do it. He's young. He's a handsome young man. He could he'd bring a lot of new faces to Bond. Do it. I still disagree with the woman part because James Bond's not a woman. Have again, 00 or 004. They have a female version. Okay, that's where I stand. But
Big Red, please chime in. Oh no,
there's nothing wrong with it.
To some people, any change is not good. Yeah, and that's why conservatives will use the word woke as not only an insult, but as a signal to their other conservative friends that we got to go after this and this is bad and woke is the enemy and woke is evil. And if you'll get canceled if you're not woke, get woke, go broke, that old saying. And now with not Brody's definition, the definition that Brody found at Merriam-Webster, I don't see what is wrong with that. Aware of and actively attentive to important societal facts and issues. I don't, why is that wrong? Why is it wrong to be attentive to issues of racial and social justice. Now, when you get into racial and social justice in America, especially America, that's where your tires are going to grind in the mud.
Mm-hmm. Now, that being said, like issues of racial and social justice, having a black Little Mermaid is not an important societal thing. It's a freaking movie.
It's a fictional character.
Yeah. Hey, like Ben Affleck said, fictional character. It's not real. Like, I know one person did say her bitch was that flounder's not yellow. Okay, I'll get behind that. Like, at least make the fish look like flounder. Like, at least make the fish look like flounder. That's, like, if you're gonna, but still, like, this won't go. Can you imagine, like, you like something, and let's just go to the Bud Light thing. You've liked it for years. I'm just saying. Yeah. And because some dude is on a can, you're suddenly like, I hate Bud Light now. Right? Like, like
not only fictional, but mythical as well.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine? Like, just think about that. That that would be like me, like a Montreal Canadiens fan from the day I was born, suddenly going, "Oh no, they used the rainbow jersey. I hate them now." Like,
yeah. Let's redo in 10 years The Little Mermaid again. We'll make The Little Mermaid a dude, right?
Merman, the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, but we're still gonna call him the Little Mermaid. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, that works.
And thank you to Kelly Briscoe for loving the stream on Facebook. Thank you very much. Haven't seen you comment in a while, but good to see you can still click a button. Thank you.
But yeah, it's just, again, in the world where like, half of the northern part of Alberta is on fire, we're worried about, like, again, creatures. Oh.
Yeah, Dylan and the Bud Light can.
Oh, sorry. Okay, yes.
All
so,
right.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so Dylan, yeah, my bad. Just some person. I should have. And really, at the end of the day, if anyone ever gets that, I call, like, friends of mine, like, females, dudes. Dude, like, so don't get woke. Don't freak out that I referred to Dylan as a dude.
Now, it would be interesting if you also said, and if this was true, that you sometimes call your female friends bro.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
But I do all the time.
Okay.
Like, bro. Like, it's just what we do. And no one's ever got mad at me, like, don't call me bro. Like, hey, well, they probably know that if they did, I'm going to do it on purpose.
I'm not your bro, garbage man.
Yeah, you wish you were my bro. There, Alex, man. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't have like again, it's beer. It's ink. And my wife has said, like, her Bud Light sales have went down. That people are buying Coors Light and I can't remember but we'll just not drinking Bud Light anymore. And it's just like, wow. Like, wow.
They're really gonna die on this particular hill.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one.
Yep. This is the hill. This is what did it. Yep.
Not even for me, if one of my favorite fictional characters, and I'm going to throw mythical in there too, just because I think that's funny. Jason Voorhees in a new Friday the 13th was not only identifying as a female, but was, let's say, bisexual. And what else can we throw in there just to make it?
I'm going to stop you. You got to change. It can't be Jason. It would have to be Freddy, because Jason's a mute. He can't let you know his change. He can't, let you know his changes. Right?
Filmmaking is such that in the visual medium, you can give the audience these subtle clues so that they pick up on it. It is possible. If a really good director will be able to do that.
Like rouge on the cheeks of his mask, we'll know.
I think rouge would point more toward some kind of puppet.
Okay, so how about fishnet stockings and a miniskirt?
have to be seaweed laden and
Yes.
torn, but I think
Yeah.
that's moving in the right
I
direction.
think so. Yeah, I like where we're going. I like where we're going here. Now, could we see the transformation? Like if he does it himself? Like, what if he okay, I think we're going way too far into this. Okay. What if he takes a victim and like because he doesn't feel pain and he makes his own breasts from their breasts? Like Mr. Garrison in South Park when his boobs were all messed up. Mrs.
Yeah,
Garrison, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I like where your head's at. I like where it's at.
Yeah, you don't see Jason have sex or make a pass at anyone.
Mm-hmm. Because the only times we've ever seen things is like in 6 when they're doing courting that chicker in the motorhome, and all he does is turn his head like this. So you don't know if he's turning to see like her or him, right? So you don't know. So it's a mystery.
Sounds like me in a bed. Oh yeah.
There she is. One boobs this way, one boobs this way.
I'd
One's
love to
over
see
your back.
you on any morning.
All right. Oh. So yeah, I like where your head's at. Transgender Jason.
Yeah, because why
See,
not?
But see, I think it would work good if it was Freddy, because he could do awesome butt sex jokes. And he can do it, right? Because he has the corny jokes. And then his shirt could just be rainbow. It's already stripped.
Yeah.
And then he can and his claws could be dildos, but sharp and spiked ones.
This has got to be nothing more than a fan film. It can't be an actual feature.
Man,
The studio won't go for that.
I feel we need some partners. I'm sure if you looked hard enough, there's a Freddy movie where he's got dildos for fingers. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a student film.
Downloaded the wrong Freddy film. But did I?
Speaking of, have you seen any of the Friday the 13th fan films that have come out in the past 2 or 3 years?
No.
They're okay. There's one that I haven't seen yet.
Oh, I didn't know. I'll have to go check them out. All right, how's
Yes. You got it, Brody. 1983,
Yes.
Sleepaway Camp. And
go ahead.
the sequels 2 and 3, they are trash. They're almost as trash as anything past the first Halloween. Pardon, not Halloween. Sorry, Howling. Do not watch Howling 2 through 6 or 7. They are absolute
They're
garbage.
awful. They're just they're
terrible.
And that sleep her face. What was her name again? I could see the fact it's Angela haunted me. Just to look at just like when oh man, wow. You know, and it was so cheesy, but the deaths were awesome. And at the end, I was just like, wow. So what is all this nonsense? Okay. Nothing bad more than me. Yeah, so I liked where we were going with that. I liked it. So
hold on, I got one for you.
Okay. Hang on.
See, I created this meme, but I could never come up with a caption, and at this point I don't think I need to. So, gotcha.
Nice, I like it. Love it. No, I gotta think of something. Surprise! I have a penis. There is a really cool, speaking of fan film, and I think if you're a fan of Star Wars, you've probably seen this already. Fanboys
2009.
No, it was a fan-made lightsaber battle.
Ooh.
And these guys did an amazing job. I got to see if I can find the one. Where are those kids? Yes. So Ryan versus Dorkman. You've probably seen it.
I've seen it.
Oh, amazing.
Yes.
That's Dude, do you want to date ourselves right now? 17 years ago.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, Fanboys was awesome. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah.
But yes, there was 2. I think they did a couple of them. I thought and then they did Ryan versus Brandon 2. There was 2 of them. So yeah, if you guys want to see a cool lightsaber, just a couple dorks doing this, it's awesome. And that's the thing. I think a lot of people don't realize like we enjoy being called dorks. I'm a dork. I got puppets and collections, and I got movie posters on my wall, and I love being a dork.
Yeah, a dork and a nerd. And now there are differences between the two, but both words refer to how much someone is emotionally and psychologically invested in something. And sure, you could use that as an insult, but that's by people who, for whatever reason, refuse to get emotionally and or psychologically invested in something. Now, some of those people are sports fans, so they are nerds and or dorks in their own right and way.
Yep. I'm just reading something here. Yeah, and you're gonna tell that you just want to admit you're a nerd. If you're a big hockey fan, you're a hockey nerd. In football, you know. I like to think that I'm a nerd on a lot of things. I'm a football nerd, a Star Wars nerd, wrestling nerd, music nerd, movie. Well, not as much as movies anymore, but you know.
Are you a Nork? Uh-oh. Trying to bridge the two.
A Nork. Trying too hard, Mom. No, because there you go. Yeah, but that's just it. I think
She's trying to coin a new word, and you know what? I'll give you that because I've never heard that word before.
No. Yeah. So, but yeah, maybe a Nork. Yeah, I guess a Nork. But I always kind of consider that a nerd and a dork are the same.
There's got to be a difference because they're two different words. I don't think they're synonymous. Brody, if you look up in Merriam-Webster the definitions for both nerd and dork, can you see any differences?
I'll look it up right now. So, dork meaning.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, you know, people who are serious 24/7.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, a connectable, social, inept person. That's a dork. So nerd.
Wait a minute, social inept person?
Yes. Okay, so then we'd be nerds. We're nerds. So a person who is extremely enthusiastic and knowledgeable about a particular subject, especially one specifically or niche interest. So we're nerds. I'm freaking proud of it.
A dork would be someone who lacks social skills.
Yes,
I think. Yeah.
Whereas we're obviously nerds because we have like even a small YouTube show, but we do put ourselves out there. So definitely nerds, I would say. So definitely nerds. I like that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. You know, that definition of a nerd that Brody brings up, that could apply to anyone and everyone, because I would think that anyone and everyone out there has interests or technical pursuits to one thing or another. So we're all nerds.
Love it. And maybe if we all just, embrace that, there'd be a lot less anger in the world.
Dork, an odd, socially awkward, unstylish person. Why'd they have to throw unstylish in there? It's like they don't know how to dress, but who cares what's cool in terms of dress nowadays? That's like where I go. Nowadays,
like that's and that's what I try to like. It's kind of like that with music now. I try to explain to people. Go through my phone. You're gonna find there's like Backstreet Boys, Bieber, Slipknot, Slayer, Pantera, I can't say I have everything in the world, but there's a very, very wide range of music. I don't care anymore. Doesn't matter. Like, who cares what you listen to?
Yeah. And the way you are with music, I'm that way with movies. If you look at my movie list, everything from black and white classics to modern torture porn to 90s kind of grunge inspired movies to dramas from the 1970s to comedies from Australia to just plain old European films. I don't ascribe to one particular genre or part of the world when it comes to movies.
And you shouldn't. Absolutely not.
That's the coolest style, is to have no style. Didn't Bruce Lee say that about fighting styles? The best style is no style, because that way your enemy can't predict what you're going to do next. Yes. That's not something you're going to see in Thailand.
Maybe it's
Never been to
chopsticks
Thailand.
or something, but definitely not a bagpipe.
I think this is Big Red telling on herself, but she's saying it's someone else.
Yeah, exactly.
Big
We're
Red,
on
if you
to now,
did
Big
that,
Red.
you could make tens of dollars from
Tens of $12. Seriously,
$1.50 per person.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, can you imagine how boring some people's lives be if you're not into something? You have to be into something,
Yeah, you got to be into something.
right? Like,
Movie scores are great.
I love the Fifth Element's movie score. I love the music from the Fifth Element. Oh,
Nice.
I love it. Yeah. And like I was just talking to somebody about like the first Halloween at work. One of the summer students, we were discussing films, and I was like, "You go back to that movie, and there's hey, cool, I won. Sweet. There's no kills, there's no blood, right? But it's just the music from the movie."
Yeah.
Right? So.
And in my opinion, what makes a good film composer is not just the big popular scores that people know. John Williams, using Brody's example, when you look at Indiana Jones or Jaws, or I think he did the score for Superman as well, the 78 Superman. It's not just that stuff. It's the music that is used in scenes that help to connect to those big moments in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
If the score helps to move the story along and keeps the audience engaged, the score is there, but it's not overarching to the point where it's overplaying the actors. That is a mark of a good film composer, along with the big stuff.
See, and I go Danny Elfman, like for like Home Alone. Like, how iconic is like that beginning music from Home Alone, right? You hear that and you're like, you know exactly what it is, and like they're part and parcel together, right? You know, it's kind of like, you know, John Williams with Jaws, right?
Yeah.
You know, like very simple but awesome, right?
Jesus, I remember first hearing "In the Meantime" by Space Hog back in '96, I think. What a great song that was.
Space Hog?
Yeah.
I mean, I know Space Lord, but not Space Hog.
What?
Space
Come on.
Lord, mother.
That's a great song.
Awesome song. There's those. So they had on the radio station here in Lethbridge, the B93. It's called. It was like the top 40 station, and they were playing all 90s stuff. It was all, and Kim's like, "This is awesome." Like, we had great music.
Yes.
We had very catchy one-hit wonders that still, like, and you hear them like, yeah, like If You Steal My Sunshine came on, I was like, yeah, I need to download this crap.
Yeah, yes. With some scores, they almost tell a story in and of themselves. I think I've mentioned this before on the Angels and Demons soundtrack from the movie Angels and Demons. That's the second Robert Langdon film with Tom Hanks. I can't remember the number of the track. Maybe it's track number 4. It's about 12 minutes long. It's called Science and Religion. That, you listen to that in and of itself, that's almost telling a story by itself, but it's a great addition to the movie.
Okay.
This is almost like someone popping into a serious conversation with,
Yeah.
I poop too much.
Yeah, I need some context.
I need
it's just all of a sudden we're talking about Her Majesty's wide vagina. So
can she play the bagpipes with that thing? Or the tuba?
I'm gonna say tuba. Shrapsels. Just gonna stop talking right now. I am not. I will be back in BC that week. I was totally going to go. I'll go to Volbeat anytime I can go, and I would have been going because they're going to be with Hailstorm, and that'd be a good one to see as well.
The choir was singing in Latin, and it sounded like they were blessing her vagina. Yes, yes.
Okay,
I
thank
know
you.
what you're talking about. Yes.
Thank you for context now. So,
Yes, it did sound like that. Yeah. Regina. Come on, vagina. Yeah. Yeah. It was funny at first, but when the Latin is translated, it's not all that funny. But yeah, I get it. That's cool.
that's cool.
It's cute.
That's cool. I have
I'm
not
13
yet
again.
went and checked Google News. Let's see what's on the Google. Let's see what we have on the Google. How's your air quality down there with all the smoke?
Fortunately, at this point in the year, we're not getting a whole lot in the way of smoke. I'm going to guess mid July. Well, let's say early July. That's usually when we get a whole lot of smoke and it overshadows any good summer that we were going to have.
Oh, I was wondering if you had just got the stuff here from Alberta because it was pretty bad in Calgary, and well, it was kind of ish on Friday. Saturday was bad, brutal, and then Sunday the wind changed direction and it was good.
Dewey's theme from Scream. You can first hear that in John Woo's 1996 action movie Broken Arrow. That's when I first heard that.
Man, Broken Arrow. Frick, there's a name. There's a movie I haven't heard about in like even mentioned in a long time.
I like that movie. And speaking of things I like, hello, Ashley.
Speaking of things I like, how you doing?
So you had the bad air quality in Calgary win Friday, Saturday?
Well, Friday it was you could see it, but Saturday was brutal. Like Saturday it was not good at all.
Okay, so we're probably going to get it in the next 2 days.
And I have I think the wind's not the mountains aren't going to let you get it because my friend Steven in Utah, he's liked the show a couple times. He's getting it down there now. So it's gone down into the States. So I'm guessing it probably caught the Rockies and followed that ridge.
Ooh, you know, an 80s action theme that came to mind was the main theme from Delta Force with Chuck Norris and Lee Marvin. That comes to mind immediately when you say 80s action shows.
CK, so you're saying shows. Immediately my mind goes to the opening of Top Gun. Like immediately when I think of 80s, like, or Terminator.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's been so long. Please, like, T2 Judgment Day. I know it was early 90s. It wasn't the same song that they used in Terminator. I don't remember Terminator 1's opening score. If there was a T1's. So, for Terminator 1. But I just remember that Terminator 2, like, as they're doing through the fire and stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so, yeah. Nope.
Boom.
Nope. Sure doesn't. You're wrong, Brody. Where's my thing? Hold on. I'll be right back. Just hold right there. You
wrong.
No, you're wrong. Because Top Gun is the best, greatest film soundtrack ever.
Airwolf. Yeah.
Airwolf. That was one of the first memes I saw when they're like, your teacher says that you can't hear pictures, and it says 80s kids, and it shows a picture of Airwolf, and you're like, no, I hear that, I can hear. Or another one was you can't hear pictures, and it's the beginning of Dig, like bass player like getting ready to go and Dig by Mudvayne. It's like, oh yeah, no, I look at that picture and I hear what's going on. So, and I just looked at that picture. So yeah, without a doubt. Like don't give me rabbit poop and call it chocolate. Because yeah. Wow. I guess so wow. So this is just happened today? Oh, yesterday. 10 dead after gunman opens fire at car rally in Baja, California. Jeez. Yeah. 10 people dead, 10 wounded. Okay, so hold on. I'm just okay. So this goes again. I'm going to go do some digging now. No way. You're ridiculous. Was there a picture? Okay. So we always talk about the race card. I'm going to have to dig and find this, okay? I just read this whole article. Nowhere is said the skin color of the person or anything. The 10 people were shot, 10 are wounded. Nowhere does it say anywhere about the color or nationality of the shooter. So let's just type in California. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
That was a fun. I like that movie.
California?
No, that line, California, from The Wizard. Remember the kids? California.
There is no better training montage than in Rocky 4, I think.
Oh,
I'd be hard pressed to find one.
I'm all about it. I love the training, montage. I don't know. If you're going for satire, the one from Team America is pretty awesome. It's gonna be a montage. I mean, come on. That's pretty awesome.
This is me fading out from a montage.
Yeah. Okay. So again, I'm really having to look here. Oh, okay. So there it is. Robert Esaios, in brackets Tito. See, I wish I could send this, because whenever I need my Spanish, so I say it right, I always send it to Alma. They're like, hey, what is this? When on the old PlayStation 4, if a Mexican would cuss me out, I'd have to take a picture and send it to Alma. I'm like, what did he just say? She's like, basically, you're a pussy. Oh, okay. I would have to send it to her to get her to translate it for me, because I'm like, or she I'd even try to she'd be like, what did they say? I'm like, El Tutor Pet. She's like, just send me a picture. Okay. It's I don't know. What did he say to me? I don't know. And you know how funny it is? So my name on one of my old accounts was Snow Mexican 98.
Yep.
You know how many times I got told to go back to Mexico, or called every ethnic slur that you could call a Mexican? And I'm like, I'm not a Mexican. Well, it says Mexican. Google Snow Mexican. And then they'd be like, oh, you're a Canadian. Yeah. Best of the best was pretty good. American Ninja was pretty awesome, though.
I've never seen Best of the Best.
Really? I think you quite enjoy that.
Well, it's got a young Eric Roberts and James Earl Jones. Nice.
Oh.
And Chris Penn.
You've never seen. I recommend you watch Best of the Best. It's nice, good 80s cheesy. I think you'll enjoy it for what it is. I
am going to add it to my list right now.
Okay, I saw this question pop up on Facebook. I think I know what most people will say. I'll save my opinion to the end. Bloodsport, or Roadhouse? Which one are you taking? Fuck it, I'll say, there's a quarter. I've been good. Wow, that's my first cuss, and we're 50 minutes into the show. I'm going Roadhouse. Bloodsport's pretty solid, but I'm definitely going Roadhouse.
I saw Roadhouse, I think it was 2 years ago with my girlfriend. Nice and cheesy, but I like Bloodsport better.
Wow, Ashley, what will the children think? Bloodsport.
Think of the children. The children.
Holy crap! We started talking about movies and Frankie shows up. His Frankie sense must have started going. He's like, the Canadians are talking movies. I must go.
How you doing, Frankie?
How you doing, Frankie? Yeah, summer school is pretty awesome.
I'm glad you're here, Frank, because I watched a movie today that I think you yourself would like. It's from 2006. It is co-written and directed by the late, great filmmaker Sidney Lumet. It stars Vin Diesel, Ron Silver, and Peter Dinklage. And Vin Diesel plays a wise guy who is defending himself in court in the longest trial in American history. It is called Find Me Guilty. It is a good movie. I really suggest you watch it. Patrick Swayze's the answer to any question. Patrick Swayze.
Okay.
Ashley's saying that because she saw him naked in that movie.
I have to do a retort. Sorry. The gentleman's name I tried to pronounce was actually a victim of the shooting. So I apologize. He was not.
Ooh.
But still. So again, I just read a whole article from the A.A.T.G.M, and the gentleman's name was not mentioned. So obviously not white, because that would have been all over this article. Yeah, it was an ambush. Yeah, wow.
Oof.
Brutal. Just brutal.
The Stuff. That's a silly movie, but if you read if you watch some of the interviews about why the movie was written and made, it's pretty interesting. It's a silly movie, but that's pretty cool. I'm going to be listening to that. 1985. Wow. So was the Goonies 85 or 86?
To the Google.
You know what? You might be right.
85 was the Goonies.
Yeah.
So what else? Okay, let's go 1985 movies. Let's see if because I don't know those movies. Not Goonies. 1985 movies. To the Google. All right, movies. Oh man. Okay, right away. Back to the Future.
Yep.
Breakfast Club. Goonies. The Color Purple. Mask. What else I got here? See, they got some new movies mixed in that I know are not that were not in 1985. Okay.
No, Brody, I haven't, but it's on my list. I have not forgotten, believe me. I'm sorry.
So these are American films. So just trying to think of the big movie. Breakfast Club, I said. Brewster's Millions. Cat's Eye. That was a weird movie. I remember what vaguely. It's a team of gunmen. Wow.
That's crazy.
Clue. I never saw Clue. Was Clue a good movie?
It's an excellent Jonathan Lynn movie. It is
Maybe
great.
I need to watch it then. Okay.
Tim Curry is amazing in that movie. The entire cast is amazing. I love Clue. Frank, you've seen Clue. Please agree with me on how great that movie is. Please.
Cocoon. I enjoyed Cocoon.
Good movie.
Yeah. Commando. Good old Arnold movie. Day of the Dead. George A. Romero. This was Street. I wish I was dead.
Wrong, Chad. Ghostbusters was 84.
Well, he called you out right away, so he knows. Fletch. Friday the 13th, A New Beginning.
Trash, but titties. So
Trash, but titties, yeah. Fright Night. The original Fright Night, yeah.
Ooh, with Chris Sarandon. Not bad.
You want to people do not talk about enough? The Ghoulies. I feel the Ghoulies need some more love. Because I remember I loved the Ghoulies.
Just when you thought it was safe to sit on the toilet again.
Yeah.
That movie was trash.
It was horrible, but still. Titties. Yes. I loved me some titties.
Yes, Clue. I love Clue so much. I showed my girlfriend Clue.
It's a bummer that we couldn't be together to watch and do like you did for your friend to watch movies. Because I would totally do them. Anyways, back to my list. Legend.
Wait a minute. You were going somewhere with that. Please start again. I don't want to miss
just this. To watch a movie for a movie you really think you're passionate. Clue. You're passionate. You're like, Nick, you need to watch Clue. So I'm saying is for you to be like, okay, we're gonna watch. I want to watch Clue with you so I can get your reaction to it. That's what.
okay.
And that's not a bold statement. Trading Places is excellent.
Yes.
It's up there. I mean, but it's all in the eye of the beholder, right? So I love Trading Places. I can watch that's one of those movies I can watch all the time and love. Still.
Hold on. Ashley's comment needs something.
What?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
European Vacation. Oh, this was the drizzling poops. I don't care. Oh, Spy Likes Us were awesome. Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. That was awful. It was.
I don't
horrible.
know. I liked it.
I didn't like it.
You put the homosexual stuff aside. Sure, it's in there. Even the writer said so, but I liked it.
I say I didn't. Here, one of the best movies ever, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. So it's got like little trivia on the side of it. Did you know? Maybe you did. That was actually Burton's first film. Apparently.
I think at one point I knew that. Yeah.
Apparently it is. Police Academy 2. These are movies that were out in 85.
Yeah.
The Protector, Pumping Iron 2, The Women. Okay, I didn't even know there was a second. I didn't know there was a second one. Rambo, First Blood Part 2. Yeah. The Reanimator.
Ooh, with Jeffrey Combs.
If you haven't seen The Reanimator, watch The Reanimator.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Hey, this is a guilty pleasure one. Red Sonja. I liked Red Sonja. I quite enjoyed it.
I saw that a good 6 months ago. Yeah, it was okay, I guess.
Ooh, Runaway Train.
Oh, John Voight. I saw that about 3 months ago. That is a great movie.
Awesome movie. Again, Rocky 4. Yeah. Just things people would know. Sorry, I'm missing here. I liked the Pee-wee movies. I quite enjoyed them. Oh, dude, see, I wish, so you say that, and I know we've said this on the show before. I really wish that I hadn't seen the Dream Warriors a couple of years ago, because of course everything looks so good now. Like, it looks so bad. And like, if you try to keep in your head like the context of when it was made, it's good. But you're just like, oh man, that is just not good. Not good. Transylvania 6, 5000. Teen Wolf. Wow. That was a
yes,
good movie.
Did mention Back to the Future.
Yes, I did. Yeah. A View to Kill.
Yeah, it was Roger Moore's last James Bond movie with Christopher Walken.
Weird Science.
Yes.
Weird Science. Yeah. So yeah, that was actually, that was some good movies for that year. Yep.
American Ninja. Yeah,
we mentioned that earlier. We actually did say American Ninja. Yeah. How many American Ninjas were there?
4, I think.
That's it?
Yeah, and Frank and I think Frank has mentioned this one when he and I did the review for The Rookie. Pale Rider came out in 1985. It's a Clint Eastwood movie. It's pretty good.
Yep.
Ooh, Daryl.
Yeah,
yes. Yeah. I saw that a few years ago.
Yeah. What I know, like, maybe people do talk about it. Flight of the Navigator.
I used to watch that movie all the time.
Flight of the Navigator.
Hi, Candace.
Hi, Candace. Yes. Ernest. Yeah. Oh, Ernest Goes to Camp. We used to watch that in Morphe all the time.
1984.
Was it Ernest?
Ew.
Yeah. Was it Ernest Goes to Camp?
I think that was 84.
Oh, man. Yeah, great. Like, I remember I watched the movie, but when you see this, like, can I zoom in on that? I don't think I can. Oh, no. But, when you look at this, like, how can't you be like, I need to see this movie? Like, look at that movie case. Oh. And I think that's lost a lot of its luster now because it's not really a focus anymore. But how awesome was it to go into a video store like Video Encounter or Shoppers Video, even Movie Gallery or Superior, whatever they were towards the end there, and just look at movie cases.
Yeah.
Like, just to look, like, it's kind of like records, right? Like, just to look at the record case, you're like, a record sleeve, you're like, oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah,
right?
Just to be intrigued by that piece of art, and it is a piece of art.
And the thing is you'd be so intrigued, and then you'd rent it and be like, this movie sucked pond water. Listen, the video was a lot better looking.
Yeah, and that was their draw, their secondary advertising draw, aside from movie trailers back then, was how the VHS cover looked. That's how they draw you in. I miss VHS to a degree, not a whole lot.
You know, Ash, I don't, because I like the streamlining that is available now in our lives, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like with music. I enjoy that I can just push my phone, a button, and I'm, you know, in a world of pure imagination, right? Just like that, I'm gone.
Yeah.
So that's what I do like, and just less crap that you have to have in a room now, right? Because I mean, like, look at Donald and Edward's mom and dad. They had tons of VHS, and it just took up a ton of space, right? So I like the convenience of, like, when me and Cohen wanted to watch The Crow, I could just go punch it into my TV, and there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
St. Elmo's Fire is a good movie.
I'd have to go back and watch. It's been a minute since I've seen that. Like, it's been quite a while.
I'm going to mention another film or two from 1985. After Hours, which is a Scorsese film. It's pretty good. Brazil, which is Terry Gilliam, is excellent. Cat's Eye is good. Oh, and I mentioned this to Brody. I don't know if this was on the old show or early on in this show. Come and See from 1985. It's a Belarusian film about civilians during wartime in World War II in the country of Belarus.
Okay.
Excellent movie. It shows the horrors of war from a civilian perspective. You've got to watch it. People have got to watch that film. It's got a lot of love over the years, but I think to understand the depths of horror that some people went through in Europe during World War II, that's a good perspective.
And this brings it. My sister, Candace, just messaged me. Mr. Boogedy, though that was from '86, but I like Mr. Boogedy as well.
Okay.
The Disney movie, yeah.
Huh.
Short film, directed by Frank Oz. So,
I don't miss Rewind. Yeah, me neither. You
remember how much of a big deal it was when you bought the rewind machine?
Yes.
Yeah. So, yes. What else? I just read that. Yeah, and that's why, like, and now we'll just kind of veer off here, just like because Ryan says he agrees with just being able to, like, push a button. That's why when people lose their minds about, like, a cashless society and stuff, and it's like, guys, like, didn't we, like, isn't this what we wanted? We've talked about this before, like the Jetsons, where everything was just like, I don't know about you guys, but I love not having to pack, because I have my bank card on my phone. I don't have to pack my wallet with me. And I don't know about you guys, but I have effed up sciatic, so I can't put it in my back pocket. I don't want to sit on it. Like, just to have my phone, like, I would really like that.
I do miss going to Video Encounter and Shoppers Video and Movie Gallery. And the time I'm particularly thinking of is when Ryan and I went to Movie Gallery. And I'm going to mention this again. We found that horrible sex comedy from either the late 70s or the early 80s that we showed to everyone at either Penny or April's place when they were in the Peachtree Estates. And I'm still looking for that movie. The amount of trash that I've had to wade through so far and have so far been unsuccessful, unbelievable. But I agree with you, Ashley. Just going in and feasting your eyes and browsing all the different titles that there are. But that is replaced for me in this day and age by going to the Internet Movie Database, which I'm at right now, typing in any movie, and then scrolling down a little over... it's a little less than halfway, and you'll get a section that's called More Like This, and it gives you 12 options, and you go from there because it shows the covers of 12 movies, and you can get lost in the weeds on that. That's how I find a lot of movies to watch in this day and age, in the More Like This section.
And you know what? And I miss the aspect of just how, like, simple life was then. And that's, like, how simple, like, the biggest commitment you had for that day or that evening was to figure out what movie you and your friends were going to watch. That was, like, yes, yeah, Grand Video. I think, there was a place in it was like Movie Jungle or something silly like that in Prince George. They had that 7 movies for $7 for 7 days.
I told this story before. Trevor Turner and I, we did that. We rented from Video Encounter, 7 movies, 7 days, $7. We rented just the worst trash you could imagine. Russian Terminator being one of them, and a women in prison movie. And we watched them all in one night. Yeah, we were stupid.
So I just thought this was just on IMDb, and I'm just kind of going through, and I see that Megalodon is going to be out, another Meg movie. I love cheesy stuff like that. I do. But I thought about this, and I thought about it as I was a commercial for like Shark Week or something, or like it was Discovery. And it shows a picture of a Bruce. That's a great white shark, like, right? Like breaching, right? And hitting a fake seal. So I started thinking, can you imagine the sheer terror? Like someone's in the Arctic or wherever, like just filming penguins and getting pictures. And all of a sudden, there is a great white shark in the air. Like there's a seal in its mouth, or the seal's doing like cannonball because the shark, like they miss like most of the time. But like, could you imagine the first person that saw that? They're like, they can fly? Like, could you imagine the sheer terror for the first person that saw a shark breach? Like, that would be terrifying.
This ain't no Free Willy.
No, it's Bruce, and he's gonna eat you. Right? So, yeah, I just, I'm so picky with my music. Maybe I'm not. I'm not. I'm on a big dance kick, like electric music. Like I'll hear a song,
dance.
yeah, and I'll just like, I like it. I like the beat. I'm like, hey,
it's a beautiful life. Oh.
I will not sit here and have you disparage the name of Ace of Base. Thank you.
I
very
ain't
much.
disparaging nothing.
They were hot as F.
You want to go?
Where are we gonna go? It's really late, and I gotta go to bed soon. No, I don't.
Rave music is on a different level.
Yeah, it is. Brody, you don't do music past 1963. Shut up. Oh, sorry, Skinner, I guess.
Looking back at 85, there were some very good films. You know, that's another thing for you, Frank. When you do a retro movie review, you can pick a year, doesn't matter what year in the 20th century or even the early 21st century, and you can do a whole month, once a week, of films from that year.
I'm Brody. I know. I'm just busting your balls. You'll be okay. All right. We got a Karen video or stupid or before we even go to the videos. Boom, 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 boom. See, if you had shown up today, me and Man were actually singing that. And I tried to resist because he even went, or what was there was a guy's name we were gaming with or in the game today, and he's like, what was his? We Like the Party was the guy's name. And of course, our buddy Man's like, hey, and I wouldn't do it. He's like, do it. I'm like, nope. He's like, and then just, it got me. The finger boys are coming. Like,
you had to do the whole thing.
and then it's like earworm. The earworm I had in the other day. So one of the guys at work mentioned how he gets a kick out of those videos where they use the All-Star song from Shrek, and they put them on videos where kids get hit with shit, and it's like somebody, right? I was stuck in my head all day Friday, and I mean just that part of the song, just that somebody, body. We usually hop on in the afternoons. It'll be early G's next week. I'm not actually won't be G'ing Friday or Saturday. My mom and dad will be down here. So
Wow.
Yeah. So all right. Do you have any stories you'd like to get out of the way before they become irrelevant?
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep. So I will share this screen. And I'm sorry I'm not faster on this, but I'm not. All right. So the guy on the left is David Pakman. He's got a YouTube channel called The David Pakman Show. He interviews a guy named Christopher Key. Christopher Key is a urine drinker. I would really like everyone, if you have 20 minutes and 46 seconds, to watch this interview. Urine drinker tries lying, fails brutally. That to me is a little bit of a clickbait title, but the interview is fascinating. And Christopher extols the apparent health benefits and virtues of drinking one's own urine.
What is this? Dude drinks pee. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Urine drinker tries lying, fails brutally. David Pakman is a very good interviewer. And especially by the end, you'll understand why I say that. And again, it's fascinating. I heard this on the Drunken Peasants, and I went and I found it for myself. You guys should really, really take the time to watch this. And the second comment here, as a psychiatric registered nurse, I can say without any hesitation, psychological responses to traumatic events can lead to extremely irrational behaviors. Irrational behavior in question, drinking urine. So that's a possibility as to why this guy does this. He says it's for health benefits. What health benefits? Well, you'll have to watch the interview to find out. And I start talking about that and we lose 4 people. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, let's get back to some Karens. Get back here. We'll watch Karens and stupid people. And I recommend, if you haven't done it yet, A&E Tuesday nights. They have Road Rage or Road Wars, Neighborhood Wars. It's like an hour, almost 2 hours of Karens and dumb people.
Nice.
Amazing.
Okay, so there's one story I'm going to share about Karens that have been sitting around for a while. I haven't used it because, it's a story, not a video. But regardless, we'll get into it. Okay, well, that was dumb. It doesn't play the clip. I'm going to try this again.
That one with the girl when she's in the blue dress and she's just raining. Oh, man, every time. Every time. Oof.
All right.
Let's see, we got them back now. They must have told everyone we stopped talking about pee.
That was it. That was the one that drew you all away with the urine drinking.
Right, the urine drinking.
I thought that was going to draw more people in, but what do I know? I'm just a dork.
Yeah, guess what? Hold on. I'm slow on the trigger. No.
Wrong.
All right. So, hospital patient arrested for allegedly switching off neighbor's noisy oxygen machine. An oxygen machine. Keeping someone alive is too noisy. This is from December 2nd, 2022. And this is in Germany.
A.A.T.G.M.
So the woman, and it was a 72-year-old woman, she turned it off because she was feeling disturbed by the noise emanating from it. Now, what is surprising about that statement is that she used the word emanating. She had the wherewithal to use the word emanating, but not the sense to not switch off an oxygen machine. And this was the oxygen machine of a 79-year-old woman. Although the suspect was informed by the hospital staff that the oxygen supply was a vital measure, keyword vital, she allegedly turned off the device again at around 9 p.m. Now, there's no picture of this Karen, but this is a Karen because of a noisy oxygen machine. I can't believe in this day and age something this petty actually went to that level, but this is the world we live in.
Full disclosure, I want the oxygen machine on because when I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, those nurses were so loud, I needed something to drown them out. So the more machines, the better. If you guys, okay, so after you watch the urine drinking video, I'm going to go down a rabbit hole. This isn't a urine, but my mix now because I watched some videos. So years ago, I don't remember how long ago, Adam Levine covered Purple Rain by Prince on the Howard Stern show. It was his birthday, 60th or 65th, either way. So I went down a wormhole of watching some Prince videos, like from 99, a little earlier. I don't think people talk enough about that man's guitar playing. And I knew it, and I know Brody was like, I knew it. Like, I don't think, and then I actually watched a video of Bruno Mars, Morris Day, and The Time doing a Prince tribute. Bruno Mars can play a hell of a guitar too. I knew he was a good. I knew he was a good drummer. But yeah, go watch some like him from 1999 and go watch Prince play Prince play a guitar. It's the big purple one, like his symbol. Wow. And I don't think enough people talk about how the guitar playing of Prince. It's amazing. And
nice.
then after I'm done the urine video, can you close that, please? Is he grounded? Oh, okay. Thanks, bud. And after you watch the urine video and Prince, System of a Down just released the show from Sick New World 2023. So brand new video, full show on 4K 8 days ago. I'll be watching that tonight probably.
Nice.
Because I like watching some live systems. So
when was the last time they put out an album? Because I'm pretty sure they did a single when there was a conflict in Armenia a few years ago.
They did it. They did the single. I don't remember the name. It wasn't bad. I gotta look it up now. It wasn't bad. I got so much. I don't know. I don't have it down here anymore. Sometimes I swear my Apple Music like takes stuff off without me wanting them to take it off. I swear. Yeah, they just released. Oh, Protect the Land. It wasn't bad. But their last album was freaking. Was it? I want to say it was like 2008. Yeah, because Serge has said he can't scream like that anymore. Yep. That's why they came up with a lot of scars on Broadway, which is a shame because I would love to hear some new System. But if you can't do it, you can't do it, right? So yeah. I don't know, but anyways, do we have a Stupid People video too?
Well, we do, but I would like to play a Karen video.
Oh, sweet. Oh, yeah.
No, I've only got one. So this is why.
Now the cat wants out of the room. Go ahead.
This is why you don't get drunk and ride the, I'm assuming it's the New York subway.
There's a seat right there! And you came into my place when I sat down. You are a shit! You are a shit! Get the fuck away from me! Fucking gross, my traveling fucking garbage! You're garbage! You're garbage! Fucking garbage! Hey, 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 hey!
Hey! Hey, stop! Stop! Jesus Christ!
Get your shit! You got this fucking
Stop! Stop!
You got in my face! You piece of shit! Thank you.
She deserves all of it.
You fucking broke everything. I literally sat down.
Wow.
Thanks, men. That should be there for people. Yeah, I'm looking right at you.
And she won't stop.
That's
Wow.
right.
Wow. Okay, my turn to share. But this is why you want to be on a. This is why you want to be on a subway. Okay.
To the window! To the wall! To the what runs on my balls? All those female straws. All these motherfuckers! All these
You got another one for us?
Like, come on. That's awesome. See, music brings people together. Even Lil Jon brings people together. Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah!
Okay.
Okay!
What?
What?
What? I know, Bruno. He let you in here, right? Yeah. And now you're all pissed off. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. That's downtown Bruno. He's very downtown.
And
Right?
before I forget, Ashley, thank you so much for liking us on Facebook. Greatly
Thank you,
appreciated
Ashley.
as always. Thank you, thank you.
Hi,
And
bud.
yes, like I was saying, and as Nick was alluding to, I do have a stupid people segment.
Yes.
Stupid people.
What?
I don't know why it decided to do that.
Okay, it was weird. I'm like, what?
again.
I know, Bruno, right? Right? He let you in here and you're just like, oh, I just don't want to be in here. You're too fat to pick up. Yes. Well, you are. It's not my fault. You fat bugger. Go ahead, sorry.
So apparently there's a musical act out there. Maybe it's an artist called Little Baby. I've never heard of this person.
I have, yep.
And apparently they came to Vancouver for a concert. And now I understand this might not be in context. And if it is not, I apologize. But this is the clip I found, and the ending will explain why all this is happening.
I remember seeing some of these.
Shouldn't have stopped there because it cuts to a young woman who says that little baby was 2 hours late and then either didn't show up. But
Yep.
is that really any reason to start trashing the place?
Not at all. Not at all. See, this is the difference between a real musician and just some butthole pretending to be a musician. Luke Combs, I believe it was. There's a video circulating out there, and I should see if I can find it just so it backs it up. But he was having throat issues, and he's like, "Look, guys, I'm really sorry this isn't working, so I'm going to need you to help me sing tonight. You're all going to get your money back because I can't perform the way I should be for you guys, and I'm going to come back to do a free concert." And yeah, that's what an artist does. Trying to find it here. What? I know, right? You hear him? That's downtown Burnless. Yeah, it's a 4-minute video, but he gives the whole. Yeah, this was in 2022. He was having throat issues, and he gave everybody a refund because he couldn't perform the way he could. And so that's a sick guy who still said, "I'm going to at least try. And if you guys sing with me, I'll try my best. But I will come back and redo this concert for you."
That is very awesome.
Yeah, I think so too. So, okay. What we should be doing, because we should end with Moment of Zen, movie and music.
Yep.
So, the student that I was working with on Monday, we were talking about music, and she suggested, and I actually quite like some of their stuff. So, the band is called Spirit Box. And the song is called The Void. It's a female singer. And yeah, it was pretty freaking awesome. So I recommend checking them out. Spirit Box in the Void. And they have a bunch of other music on Spotify and Apple that you should check out.
Cool. I will check that out later tonight. Probably after I watch another movie. Speaking of movies, I've got 2 to recommend. Both are from this year. Both are cop versus criminal movies. The first one is from France. The good old country of France. Yeah, they know how to do movies. This one is called A.K.A. So also known as, but A.K.A. It's just those 3 letters. Great cop versus criminal movie. This one is more in the vein of undercover cop. And the lead actor is very good. The whole cast is good. It's a good story. And I highly recommend it. Yeah, you got to read subtitles, but what the hell? Why not?
Oh.
The other one from this year is definitely cop versus criminal in the way that it's the cops looking for a criminal. This one stars Shailene Woodley. I love Shailene Woodley. And Ben Mendelsohn. It's called To Catch a Killer. Very, very good movie. Highly recommend.
Sweet.
I love everything that I've seen Shailene Woodley do, and Ben Mendelsohn is very good. So please watch both of those movies.
Watch them after you're done watching us.
Do it. Come on.
Yeah, do now. And then watch Frank on Thursday. The Harsh Truth.
Frank, thank you so much for loving us on Facebook. Great to see you again. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Man, Nick, you got to watch Clue.
Okay, I'll try to find it, and now, maybe on a rainy weekend or something, I'll try to get it and watch it.
Consider the time period, 1985. So it's not an extremely serious movie, but I think it's Tim Curry, maybe at his best. But the whole movie is great. The whole cast is great. It's a good, fun movie, and the ending, it's not exactly what you think. It's awesome. I can't get over it.
All right, I will try to find it and watch it.
Yes.
There
awesome.
we go. Sweet.
Highly looking forward to that, Frank. Thank you so much.
Yes, thanks, everybody.
And now, your moment of Zen. Pardon me. Your moment of Zed, because we are Canadian. And this is original.
Well, thanks for that. And I'm about to go eat some lactose, dairy-free, sugar-free yogurt. I just like you right now.
Thank you very much, very, very much to everyone who watched. We had a lot of people tonight. Chad, Ryan, Sarah May, Bolo, Brody, Debbie, Big Red, Alma, Ashley, Frank, Candace, and Dad. I don't think I missed anyone, so thank y'all so very much for being here. People we haven't seen in a while: Hanama, Overseer, Casey, Penny, Trish, Jen, Trevor, Trevor G, Jolene and Jolene, and a shout out to Gareth. We will be back next Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Berta time. If you miss it, well, please watch it some point and increase the view count. Thank you again, Frank. Really appreciate it. Take care, everyone.
Bye, guys. Remember to love each other.